Hi everyone, welcome to Plugged In on TV Cogeco. I'm Melanie Deveaux, and today we're going to talk crime fighting with our good friends from Windsor and Essex County Crime Stoppers, Ryan Burney, who is the OPP coordinator in the office, and events coordinator Ron Funkenhauser. Welcome, Ron. How are you?
I'm very well, thanks.
Ryan, nice to see you.
Nice to see you as well.
Now, I'd like to start the conversation about our local Crime Stoppers. I think most people are familiar with the organization, but there's one big myth that you come across, isn't there?
Right. Most people think that, since we're located at the headquarters, police headquarters, that we're a police organization when we're not. We are completely funded by charity events, and we don't get any government funding. So we are not essentially a police program.
Now, I'm familiar with Baylor Jail. That's one of your big fundraisers, right? And I should ask you about this, Ron. What other events do you have throughout the year to try to raise money?
Well, Ryan's right. I mean, it's we're not funded by any government dollars. We're not funded by tax dollars. The police, we're funded solely 100% on charitable events that we do, all fundraising events. So we have our Baylor Jail, we do a golf tournament, we do a number of barbecues, we have a miracle run, we have a wild game dinner that's coming up in February, a night of music, bingos, we do break open tickets, we do chuck-a-puck at the WFCU arena. It's just endless. We're always going, always going, always going. So it's a battle. The fundraising is tougher than catching the bad guys, I think.
Oh, really? Well, and the reason you fundraise is to offer rewards to people for bringing forward information, right?
That's exactly it, yeah.
Now, we do have a case we're actually going to talk about in a couple of minutes, but how about we take this opportunity now to actually listen to our latest Crime Stoppers report from our friends at AM 800.
The Crime Stoppers Report on AM 800.
Tim Murphy here, Police Coordinator of the Windsor and Essex County Crime Stoppers. The Windsor Police Service is investigating a hit-and-run accident that occurred at approximately noon on Saturday, December 3rd at the corner of Provincial and Division. The complainant was driving an older Chrysler Sebring, which was south on Provincial, stopped at Division, waiting to make a left turn to proceed east. Just prior to making the left turn, the Sebring was struck from behind by a newer model, black Acura. Both drivers agreed to pull off the road and exchange names. The Acura reneged on the promise and was last seen west on Division. The driver of the Acura described as a male white, early 30s, 5'11", 180 pounds, short dark hair, and spoke with a lisp. If you have information about this crime or any other crime, you're encouraged to contact Crime Stoppers. Remember, we don't want your name, just your information.
Help take a bite out of crime. Visit catchcrooks.com or call 258-TIPS.
I have to say that I'm shocked that people still try to get away with a hit and run in this day and age when everybody has a cell phone. Anybody can snap a photo of the license plate, but it still happens quite often, doesn't it?
It does, and the beauty of our program, Crime Stoppers, if you log on to catchcrooks.com, you can actually provide the information on a tip as well as that photo that you snapped of that accident that you've seen.
Do you almost always solve the hit and runs?
We do solve a lot of them, but of course it always helps out if you have a photo of that vehicle and that license plate.
Are there any other incidents recently that you'd like to talk about that you're hoping to get some tips on?
Well, we've had that arson that took place. That was on December the 17th at 5:30, where the Windsor Police responded to 827 Assumption, where there was a house engulfed in flames. It was deliberately set. They've discovered that it was set in the back porch, and over $300,000 in damage to that residence.
Oh my goodness, and people left homeless because of that, right?
Correct. So if anybody has information about that arson, please give us a call.
What's the number?
The number is 258-TIPS, 258-8477, or you can log on to catchcrooks.com and submit a tip that way on the web.
All right. Let's talk a little bit about the mission statement for Crime Stoppers. That might give people a better idea of what you're all about.
Right. Crime Stoppers is a charity. It's a program that allows members of the community to provide anonymous information to us to help the police solve crime.
If somebody wants to give a tip but they're hesitant, because I heard this all the time when I used to do the radio show,
right.
I don't really believe it's anonymous. I believe that if I call, they're going to be able to track me down. They might think I'm involved. What would you say to people who aren't sure about the anonymity aspect?
Right. That's the name of our game. We don't want your phone number. We don't want your name. We do not have caller ID on our phone. We just want the information about a crime. We don't care where you're calling from or who you are. We just want the information, and we'll see to it that the police get that information.
What's the average reward that you give?
The average, well, we give anywhere from $50 to $2,000, and we just raised that. Was that last year, Ron?
A couple years ago.
So we've just raised it to $2,000 is our maximum, and it's anywhere from someone driving around with no driver's license or no insurance on their vehicle to helping us solve a homicide.
So every time I see someone illegally talking on their cell phone while they're driving or texting, should I call you guys?
You could give us that information.
We may go broke, but you could do that.
Yeah, I think that's one of the more popular crimes
Yes.
right now,
Yeah.
no doubt about it.
Right.
You folks have been really successful in everything you do, and you've been honored recently on a couple of fronts. How about we talk about these awards? This is a provincial award, I believe, that you won. No, this is the international one,
Right.
because I see it was presented in Montego Bay, Jamaica. Did you guys get to go?
No, it's not in the budget.
What did you win the award for?
We won the Productivity Award, and that's for, we had the most arrests and most, okay, actually, can I see it? Just to let you know. It's the most arrests and total property recovered in the year 2010.
Oh, wow, great.
For our population. So we did a submission, and we ended up winning the award. So
Well,
we're pretty proud of that.
congratulations,
Thank
yeah.
you.
And
You
that's
also-
worldwide, so it's
Worldwide.
Yeah,
That's
it's impressive.
That's
we're
impressive.
really, really happy with it.
You can pat yourselves on the back for that one. Now, what was this award?
That's the Marla Moon Award for Excellence, and we had the best program. We were considered the best program within our population, which is over 300,000 within Ontario. So that's an award that we're very proud of because we were voted amongst our peers as the best program.
Does every community in the country have a Crime Stoppers program?
Yeah, every inch of soil in North America is covered by a program one way or another.
Oh, that's amazing. How many
Yeah.
years ago did it all start?
It started in 1976 in Albuquerque, New Mexico. That's where it was started. And it came to Windsor, Ontario in 1985.
Oh, that's terrific. Ron, let's talk about some fundraising. What are the next couple of events that you have coming up? We talked in general terms. It seems like you have one every week going on. But
we're constantly going, but our next big one is going to be the wild game dinner. So where we serve buffalo and venison and walleye, and this year it looks like we're getting kangaroo and
What?
different things. Yeah. So, but it's a great dinner. We sell between 300 and 400 tickets. We sell out every year. It's at Colisani's, who's one of our great sponsors. So that's one of the ones coming up in February. But we're constantly doing things every weekend. Different. We're looking at starting a toner recycling program next year. We're going to launch it hopefully in January. January's Crime Stoppers Month, where from what I understand, there's no toner recycling centers in the area. So we've teamed up with a couple other charities to launch this one, and so it could be very good for us. But we're always trying to think of new ways, new fundraisers, new ways to generate money. It's tough, but it's fortunately we've got tremendous community support. And you mentioned with the awards, are we very proud of the awards? Very, very much. But it's because of our community support that we get the awards. I mean, we've got Alpine Construction is huge for us, Cogeco Cable, AM 800. Devlin Financial. I mean, I could go on and on. We're really, really fortunate. Windsor Police, the OPP, fantastic supporters and partners with us. So.
it takes a community, doesn't it?
Absolutely. And Windsor, as we've heard time and time again, Windsor and Essex County is really, really a giving community. So yeah, we've been around for 26 years now,
Correct, yeah.
And yeah, we're going strong.
The good news is our crime stats, generally speaking, have been going down, haven't they?
They have.
So that's good news, but there's still always something going on out there that we need to find the answer to, right?
Absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely.
Again, give us the phone number and the web address.
Go ahead.
Ryan?
We are at 258-TIPS, 258-8477, or you could log on and submit a tip at catchcrooks.com. That's www.catchcrooks.com.
I'm curious, just on a personal note, what made you decide that you wanted to be involved with Crime Stoppers?
Well, within the OPP, as Ron said earlier, they donate a body to the Crime Stoppers program, and to be involved with such a great organization, you're still out there fighting crime, but in a different way. So I've been a police officer for 12 years now, and this is just another avenue, another way to solve crime and help the community. So I'm very fortunate to get the job, and hopefully I can do it for a few more years to come.
Oh, is there a term limit, or do you get to do it as long as they'll have you?
Well, typically within the OPP, 5 to 6 years for the coordinator to stay in the Crime Stoppers unit, but we'll see how that goes.
How long do you think you want them, Ron?
Oh, we love them. We want to keep them forever.
Oh, well, that's nice. That's a glowing recommendation.
Absolutely.
Excellent.
Absolutely.
Well, listen, it's been a pleasure talking with you two. Again, if anybody has any information they want to pass along, or even any fundraising ideas, maybe there are some bright young minds out there who might have a new innovative idea on how you can raise money. Give us once more the phone number and the web address for people to get in touch.
It's 258-TIPS, 258-8477, or catchcrooks.com.
All right, wonderful. Ron Funkenhauser, thank you very much.
Thank you for
Events
having me.
Coordinator for Crime Stoppers locally. And Ryan Burney, who is the OPP representative in the office. Great to talk to you two. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
All right, now it's time for EntertainmentWindsor.ca, produced by our very good friend, Veronica Mancini.